Wildlife authorities in South Africa have begun dehorning hundreds of rhinos at a nature reserve in an effort to protect them. South Africa is home to much of the world's remaining populations of both the black and white rhino. The dehorning project is in response to an alarming surge in poaching incidents, particularly in the last year. CGTN's Yolisa Njamile has more from Johannesburg.
SMVelo KZN wildlife authorities assert that despite concerted efforts, the province lost 325 rhinos in 2023, with a significant 307 of those poached within Hluhluwe Imfolozi Park. To address what they call a crisis, SMVelo KZN Wildlife, in collaboration with the World Wildlife Fund, has initiated a dehorning program. The two entities say while dehorning a rhinoceros is an extreme act, poaching in the park is an issue that requires significant intervention to resolve.
You've got to look at the risk and reward from a poacher's perspective, from a suspect's perspective. And if it is a high reward for low risk, in other words, if you've got a significant population in a smaller area and it takes them, a less amount of time, therefore the risk is less of being caught, and they are then guaranteed a prize rhino horn, then obviously it's going to be attractive to, those criminal syndicates. So we had to take that into account in terms of risk and reward. And the rhino stocks in the country itself is showing that, dehorning does reduce that risk in terms of losing rhino. So therefore, the poachers spend longer time looking for horned rhino or more rhino horn in the park, which gives you more time to put them under risk.
Some rhino conservationists say while dehorning is a drastic but unavoidable measure, it is still regrettable. This is because the horns are rhinos' primary defensive tool, and that their removal also robs tourists of the opportunity to see rhinos in their natural state with horns intact.
It's aesthetic. They don't look so nice afterwards. I dehorned my own animals and I felt like crying. I've only done it, once or twice, because it has to be repeated every 2 years. Otherwise, they get poached for the little horn that grows. It does also interfere with the behavior of the rhino as a group, as a family, or within their communities. That's how they show dominance, but also it's important for their protection. That's what they use, especially in places like Kruger and SMVelo. That's what they use to defend themselves, and we take away their defense.
Besides its dehorning initiative, SMVelo Wildlife has also drastically increased the numbers of field rangers and introduced integrity testing of frontline staff. Yolisa Njamile for CGTN in Johannesburg, South Africa.